The Chicago Cubs season comes to a screeching halt, unfortunately, at the hands of the Milwaukee Brewers. We knew it was going to be tough beating a team 3 times. But hey, Milwaukee, if you're going to win, at least have some freaking class about it, right? I want to address the Milwaukee fans. And also, we're going to talk about Kyle Tucker's comments and his thoughts on potentially re-signing with the Cubs after a disappointing season by his standards. We'll talk about it all right after this. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. I'm your host, Mike Jones. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode. I appreciate you guys so much. Listen, we had a hell of a season. So much has happened this year alone between 2024, when I started on this channel, all the way up until right here, right now that you're watching this video. And I want to take every single second, first and foremost, to talk to each and every last one of you that tuned in to this show, that supported by liking and subscribing, by commenting, by following me over when I lost the other channel and we started to start anew. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for sticking with me, for digging my content, for coming and watching, doing the watch-alongs with me, for commenting below. Thank you, thank you, thank you all so much. From the bottom of my heart, it means more to me than you'll know. I put my heart and soul into this podcast and into trying to give you guys the best damn content I can. Long nights, hard work, doing what we can. And guys, guess what? The best is yet to come. We're just getting started. We're going to add more things to each channel. We're going to try to do some things like adding some graphics, doing some other stuff for segments. And I'm going to try to get some special guests in 2025, 2026, man, to come on and do the show with us. Me and Hayes have been talking. We're going to work internally, try to get some things done. But most importantly, y'all, I want to bring y'all the best content possible each and every week. And listen, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all for all that you have done for me. And by just supporting this channel and supporting me. And like I said, it's only up from here. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep on doing the cool things that we do on this channel. And yeah, so that's first and foremost. Shout out to all the Cubs fans. Shout out to all of you that have tuned in. Shout out to all of you that watched all season long. Now the fun begins. Now, like I said, we're going to take a short, small break. And then after that, I'm coming back hot and heavy with nothing but all the rumors, all the tea that would have you of what's going to happen with offseason trades, who we're hearing the Chicago Cubs are after. We're going to have fun talking about that. Me and Big Kev are going to do our crosstown conversations centered around that. I'm also going to have Tyrone LB Papa come and be a part of the show during the offseason too. Yeah, man, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff this offseason. I have so much planned for the channel. And it's going to be a blast, man. So stick tuned. Like I said, it's not over with. Even though the season is over, some channels may take a longer break. But me, myself, and I, Cub fans, I'm here for you. We are going to do our thing. It's going to be a good time. Next up, and I got all the pleasantries out the way. Let me talk to the no good Brewer fans out there who are absolutely classless, who are absolutely treacherous, who are absolutely nothing but trolls, and not even your good trolls that get under your skin trolls, not even the ones that got the good cunning puns that make you actually think or may actually hurt your feelings. They're like that irritant. They're like that little bitty gnat that flies into your ear and goes, meow, 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 knowing good and well. And first and foremost, before I talk about the organization, I want to talk about the fan base. I want to talk about this fan base that was literally ready to give up on this team. I saw multiples of y'all on X. I ain't gonna call no names, but multiples of y'all on X. You probably deleted your tweets now that y'all won, multiples of y'all on X talking about some, oh man, I'm canceling my ticket, my season tickets if the Brewers lose, or oh man, I'm giving up on this team. I swear to God, I'm going to go get another team if the Brewers lose and drop game 5. Y'all were so concerned. But after y'all win, now everybody want to puff their chest out. Everybody want to, you know what I'm saying, make little posts and make little tweets talking trash now. Everybody got something to say now. Now everybody's on the Brewers bandwagon now. Now you guys are back. Oh, yeah, we won. We beat the Cubs going to the NLCS. Get out of here. Get out of here. Miss me with all of that. Because when we tied this series up, every one of y'all was scared, including the Brewers players. And you're not finna tell me otherwise. Because we all watched it. You're a disgrace. Win, lose, or draw, I ride with the Chicago Cubs. I'm on a channel and a network where I'm literally one of two Cub fans. Everybody else Sox fans. But it don't matter because each and every day I show up and ride for my team because I love this. The C means something different to me. The M don't mean that to y'all, and you know it. Trash ass fans. Terrible fans. And that's how I feel. And quiet as kept, Cardinals fans feel the same way about y'all. At least the Cubs-Cardinals rivalry is classy. Throw up the L flag? Really? That's the team. Throw up the L flag. Really? Now all these Brewer fans come out the woodworks wanting to talk now. They weren't talking after game 3. They definitely weren't talking after game 4. But after y'all win, all of a sudden everybody puffed their chests out when they won. I see people on social media post that ain't post all series long. Post now. Really? That's lame, bruh. That's lame. That's incredibly weak. You're a weak fan base. You're trash. Believe that. And it's up every single time from here on out. Cubs Brewers, it's up. And to the players, I hope you enjoyed and savored every single freaking moment of that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it felt good. William Contreras, you fucking mark. Dog, Cubs lose. Could barely even say it. Can't even speak regular English, bro. Get the fuck out my face. You kidding me right now? You're an embarrassment. Trash. The little skating thing he did around third base after he hit his home run in game 5, trash. But you said something to Kyle Tucker because you thought he bat flipped when he got walked. He was literally just throwing his bat over to the other side. Sensitive. Punks. Trash. I can't wait for the Dodgers to either sweep y'all or beat y'all or beat y'all in 5. Because you know it's coming. You just had your World Series. You beat the Chicago Cubs. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're a trash fan base. And outside of Pat Murphy, I think you're a trash organization. I think the players are trash. I think y'all were scared in y'all boots. I think y'all know the Cubs had y'all number. And had we had all of our guys, it would have been a different story. And I believe you know that. But instead, y'all want to come out here and puff y'all chests out like y'all just knew y'all was going to win. Terrible. Trash organization outside of Pat Murphy. He's a very classy man. Got a lot of respect for him. Really wish he was our bench coach. Really wish he would have came with Craig. But the rest of y'all, trash. And I don't even talk about other teams like this. But this is how much of an irritant the Milwaukee Brewers fan base is. And on top of that, the Milwaukee Brewers players. I just really don't like y'all now. I think you're trash. I think you've gotten lucky. I think you've had a very lucky season. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, we won the Central Division 3 years in a row. 2 of those years, the Cubs, a matter of fact, majority of the teams in the league that y'all were dealing with did not have the type of talent that you guys had. But they were still keeping up. But this year was complete luck. But I promise you, luck will only take you so far. The little Milwaukee Brewers X team that is, you know what I'm saying, reposting the Cubs stuff, but then posting their stuff underneath it. Like, bro, that's trash. Do you know how enamored with a fan base or with a team you got to be that you can't even celebrate? Do you think we was going to break out, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee M's or something like that and turn around and make W's for it? How we beat y'all? Yet y'all got to bring out the L flag when y'all take y'all team picture on the field? Trash. Trash team, trash organization, trash fan base. You got no championships, you got no history, and you got no culture besides Ryan Braun cheating. Trash. Trash, trash, trash. And that's how I feel about you. And I'm going to post this on all of my social medias. And I'm going to tag the Milwaukee Brewers in it so that you know how I feel about you and your fan base. And it's up every single time from here on out. Trash. Complete trash. Classless trash. I have been talking ad nauseum, and I still will continue to talk about the product, the brand that has changed my life and can change yours too. What's that product? It's Cubbie. It's an all-natural energy supplement that you can take on the daily to help you get through those urges, those moments when you want to nap, then when you hit the cliff, or if you had a long night the night before and need to get through another crazy day of the hustle and bustle, the 9 to 5, whatever you got going on. Cubbie is your energy drink. That's right. Not to mention, when you buy a container of Cubbie, it actually equals out to almost $1 per drink. You can mix it in with whatever you want, whether that be a juice, whether that be a water, whether that be some type of other energy flavored drink, whatever you want, you can mix Cubbie with it and it will do the trick for you. Guys, I don't understand what you're waiting on. Cubbie takes care of everything for you. All you have to do is go on to the Cubbie website and place your order. And at this time, when you do that, all you have to do is put in Cubs Central Pod 2024. That's right, Cubs Central Pod 2024. And you get 10% off on your Cubbie order. That's right. Listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, Jitterless Energy. It's they have all different types of different flavors for you. Cubbie has what you need. Be better with Cubbie. The Chicago Cubs have a lot to do now that the offseason is up on us. The Chicago Cubs have contracts that are ending in 2025, including Kyle Tucker, Willie Castro, Michael Soroka, Aaron Savali, Brad Keller, Drew Pomeranz, Caleb Teobar, Ryan Brazier, Taylor Rogers. And like I said, we do not know who is going to be re-signed or come back to the Chicago Cubs. But the biggest point of all is Kyle Tucker. This is what everybody has been talking about, what everybody has wanted to know. Will Kyle Tucker be a part of the Chicago Cubs in the new in the 2026 season? Should the Chicago Cubs want Kyle Tucker to be a part of the team in 2026? Again, like I said, I believe for the right contract, sure, absolutely. The right contract, though, to me, isn't necessarily going to be a $500 million contract. I don't know that there's room for that there for Kyle Tucker and the Chicago Cubs. Again, he is very, very quiet person. He isn't somebody that talks a lot or boasts a lot about things, or he hasn't really wanted to talk about contract extensions or anything like that all season long. But he had to say, I obviously once the game was over with and the Chicago Cubs after Chicago Cubs lost to the Milwaukee Brewers, he had this to say, pending the free agency. He said, "We'll see what happens." The four-time All-Star said after following Game 5, "I don't know what the future is going to hold." He was very uncommittal on willing to talk about necessarily the future and what's going to happen with him and the Chicago Cubs. And for like I said, for what it's worth, the Chicago Cubs have to go into this and be smart. There are some other pieces that the Chicago Cubs could use, but more importantly, you need 100-mile-per-hour throwing right-hand pitcher, and you need somebody with some actual slug that isn't going to go through 4 months of slumps. Chicago Cubs can't have that. Not with this roster. You need somebody that's a bona fide home run hitter, and you can't you can't go into next season and ask PCA to recreate this season. You can't go into next season and ask, Michael Bush to recreate this season, and you can't go into next season and ask, like I said, Nico Horner and all those guys to recreate what they did. Seiya Suzuki, like I said, it's going to take you going out and being proactive and getting pieces to join this club to make our offense better. And that's important. That's going to be very important for the Chicago Cubs. But more importantly than that, 100-mile-per-hour right-hand pitcher. Do what you got to do to get that. And we're going to cover this. We're going to be talking about this stuff as the offseason goes along. But I just wanted to do this episode for you guys. First and foremost, thanking you. Then, of course, shitting on Milwaukee Brewers fans. And then last but not least, just talking about Kyle Tucker's extension and what you guys think will happen with that. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. Until next time, I appreciate you guys. Go Cubs, go.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the number one spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.